This is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. You see this picture up there, and I wanted to elaborate on it because I had someone ask a question. And, it's funny, just before coming on here, I saw somebody in the group say, "Can you stop putting these pictures up enough already?" Well, we don't need to see them every day. Well, sorry, lady, they've been dying every day for the last few days, and it's a major issue. Don't like it? Leave the group, leave the page. I mean, come on, man. Why, if it's something that's newsworthy, why wouldn't I put it up there? It's unfortunate that you don't want to deal with the reality, but hey, life goes on. Regarding this, this all started because there was a meeting a couple weeks ago, and he said that, Hollick, being he, said that the burning of trees from developers like NIL, which a lot of residents in the North County were complaining about, is more of a hazard or health issue to the residents of Venice because it's man-made, controllable. And I started thinking, I don't know about that. And he said red tide isn't. And that's why that burning of trees and the smoke is a higher environmental issue. Here's the deal. I've seen a lot of people coming on, and you get the ones that are, saying it's all natural, go to moat. And they're the authorities, and it's funny, they know everything. They read an article, so they're the authority, and everybody else is an idiot. But the best one I liked of all is the one that I put up yesterday. And it illustrates the problem. And it illustrates why people like Hollick and a lot of these other individuals are blind to it. And I don't know why. I have no idea. It is natural. In a lot of instances, it is natural. I remember as a kid here in Venice in the 80s, I used to surf and come home with red tide in the eyes and that. I don't know why it's natural. I don't know what causes it. Maybe it's not natural. Maybe something out there is causing it. I don't know. But if the moat says it's natural, okay. My problem is a lot of times I wonder with scientists because, the FDA, scientists and everything all said that Monsanto was fine with glyphosate. And guess what? It causes cancer now. Found out they were lying. I listen to a lot of shows and a lot of doctors. It's kind of like the ones that were pushing this whole egg and milk thing on us and saying it's a great thing for the diet. Not really eggs. Eggs are good for you, and the calories are zero on Weight Watchers, I think. But they're pushing this whole diet based upon the agriculture society, agricultural farmers and stuff back in, 70s or whatever it was. We're going belly up in a lot of it. And so there's a lot of hidden agendas, a lot of money that sways these scientists, I believe. All right. Now, my problem with what Hollick put out is this. Natural, sure. All right, let's assume it's natural. But that diagram that I put out tells a story, and I should have put that up here too. An individual showed the flow of the Okeechobee and how it's coming up and penetrating Venice, Sarasota, and going down south a little bit. And you've probably seen it's on my site. And I'll put it on my website when I put this video up. And it illustrates what's happening with Okeechobee and how it's making a situation worse. And it's a multitude of variables that are adding up to it. And here's what I mean. When the governor put out the emergency order to turn off the flow of Okeechobee, our water, our red tide started getting better. Then last Friday, they opened the floodgates again. Within days of it traveling down here, we had one of the worst red floods. Now we're seeing whale sharks washing ashore, dolphins, sea turtles, all kinds of sea life. There was waves. I can't even go surfing because the red tide is so bad. Guys have gone on. They're coming back with swollen eyes and everything. It's horrible out there. Now, how someone can sit there and say that Lake Okeechobee does not enhance the current situation with the red tide is beyond me. To me, I've seen the connection without even a doubt in my mind. There's a connection that natural red tide may be natural, but that algae flow from Okeechobee has intensified it and made it so much worse that it's not even something that's livable with. All right. Other factors. Something that never gets talked about is these outflow pipes. The city of Venice has, I believe, 10 or 11, and I've did a report on it, on the beaches. You guys see the big one over at Venice Beach. That stuff outflows directly our sewers, our fertilizer from our lawns whenever it rains. It's been raining. The feces from animals. The feces from septic tanks. People like Boone Law Firm that hasn't changed when they were demanded to by law. And Doc Martin's been all over this. People like Boone Law who think they're better than everybody else, they don't have to fix the septic and change up to a normal water system or flushing system, plumbing system, toilet system, whatever the hell it is. And that flows into the water when you have these septics that go bad or something. What they also don't talk about is I did a video and I showed how there's outflow pipes also going into our ICW that nobody ever talks about. I'm having the hardest damn time trying to find information on those. And it's not just those. They have several that are large and you can see they're community based. And then almost every house has their own little outflow tank. If you ever have a chance, paddleboard from the Venice Marine or Venice boat ramp over there by the Venice Bridge, the main bridge, by the train station, and paddle down to Snake Island. Stay close to those houses. You'll see them all right along there. It's all pollution. All these variables are adding up into a polluted water, into a enhanced, intensified red tide. So then you get politicians like this idiot, this fucking moron Pollock. What a freaking idiot. You know, I ran against him just to make his life miserable because he's such a pompous ass. And I just look at him, I'm like, what an ass. You know, it's a natural phenomenon, which are talking points. But what really amazed me besides the fact that he says it's natural and he doesn't even consider that it's being enhanced by Okeechobee or any other factors, is the fact that when you read the email, you're led to the conclusion, and somebody emailed me, and I'm like, you know what? That's the thing that irritated me too. And it was the fact that the email led you to believe that he was doing nothing. He wasn't even lobbying our political figures for action. And they can do stuff, just like Scott put through the emergency action and stopped the flow, and then it started back up, but they can do stuff. When I was out at that candidate event for our agricultural commissioner that's run for governor, Adam Putnam, not one Venice politician was there. I don't think there was, Inglewood doesn't have local politicians. Northport, they're really away from the water. Sarasota, not one city of Sarasota politician was there. Not one Longboat Key politician was there. There were a few candidates that are running that were there. A couple. The county commissioners, I saw Moran. And then, the candidates, I interviewed Chris Ziegler there, Eric Robinson and Christine Robinson were there, two influential individuals in the community. A couple other individuals running. But that illustrates how our politicians could give two shits about it. So when you're a business and you're out there on Longboat Key, Lido Beach, City of Venice, Minnesota Key, Inglewood, you got to ask yourself why your politicians aren't taking this more seriously. Why somebody like this idiot would not be at that Putnam event when he has an opportunity to shake the hand of the agricultural commissioner and say, what the hell are you doing about the red tide? This guy, this idiot here who's sitting in front of you, my name Frankie, the idiot, not my dog Dino, I don't even get paid. And I was there asking him about it, spending my time. My time is very valuable, folks. I mean, I get, close to $500 an hour is what I charge. And I took almost 2 hours out of my time to go there and get this information out to the people. Yet this guy, nothing. Politicians, nothing. So the point being, yes, Hollick, lobby the politicians out there to get something done. Putnam's still the agricultural commissioner until the November, and he may or may not be your next governor. So yeah, lobby the hell out of him. Lobby whoever you can. Lobby Mark Rubio, little man Rubio. Lobby Nelson. Lobby Scott. Who knows which one will be our next senator? And for you idiots out there that say, politicians can't do anything. Yes, they can. Again, red tide is natural. Opening the floodgates to Okeechobee turns it into, enhances it severely, and that's where the politicians can come in. These outflow pipes. The politicians stepped up in Miami and got several of them shut down. It took several years. These politicians can lobby and get these freaking outflow pipes shut down. And who the hell would route our water, all this waste from our land into the Gulfs and think that was a good idea? And then they don't tell people. There's no warnings. Like, you go out and see this big wet pipe out there. I've seen people with their kids swimming right next to it. And I'm like, you do know what that pipe is, that water coming out of there, right? Oh, no. Put up a freaking warning. I know it might scare away tourists, but hey, you got to do something. Tourists are being scared away now. They're all going to Anne Marie Island. Isn't it ironic, too, that flow from Okeechobee only will go so far? Which also should tell you that flow is enhancing what we're seeing out there. And to the lady that says, hey, I'm tired of seeing all this, you have to put it up. Leave the group. Leave the page. Remember, guys, I don't make anything. I'm losing money with a minute amount that I maybe make off donations or whatever. I think I've made something like $100. Do you know how much it runs for me to take my time, buy the products, buy the website, do all this stuff? So if you want to leave the website, you want to leave the group, just fucking go. Don't announce it. We don't care. We don't know who you are. We don't need the fanfare. Just go. One last thing, guys. Saturday, there is an event. It's a straw poll. I'm going to be there, 11 to 3, I think, at Robarts Arena. There's a protest at 10 o'clock by Resist, a group that's pretty extreme to the left. I hope they're going there to protest red tide, but knowing them, I don't know. It might be more than that. But this is a meet and greet from 11 to 3. You can go in and shake hands with the likes of Scott. I think Governor Scott's going to be there. I put out a list of all the politicians that are going to be there. If you're that concerned about this issue, if you're that concerned about the fact that you can't go to the beach, you can't surf, that your business is being traumatized by this red tide, the dead sea life that's coming ashore, you guys better make your way up to that event. I know I'll be there. I'm going to be wasting my time. Not wasting my time. I'm going to be going there. I'm going to record the protests. I'm going to go in and talk to the politicians and see what's going on. But you got to stop being armchair protesters and get up and take action. All right, everybody. This has been Francesco Abbruzzino with the Uncensored Report.